So we're gonna go to, where are we going?
We're going to Dijamara, which is a tiny Balinese restaurant, which is Michelin mentioned. Very amazing cuisine, and maybe mostly vegetarian for us tonight. Amazing wine, really all organic wines. Very cool place.
It's really tiny, but the food is amazing. So here's our outfits. I'm wearing this brown off-the-shoulder shirt. It's tucked in with these at the back up. These like wide, super wide-legged loose pants with heels.
And I'm not too creative. I usually wear the same. This little linen shirt. I have my blue jeans, and it's a technical outdoor jacket. That's it.
Bye.
Is a woman's dream man, gentlemen. In case you're wondering, this is what women really want. They want a 6 foot fit. They want a guy with money. They just want a guy with money. They really don't care. This is a woman's dream right here. When you ask a woman what her dream man is, this is it. A guy that is knocking on death's door, plenty of money in the bank. You know he's loaded. He's fucking loaded as shit. This is someone they can leech off of until his abrupt demise, which may or may not be at the hands of the woman he's seeing. Nobody knows. It's a mystery, but she'll end up getting a payday either way. What is going on, gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. My name is Rat Boy. I'm going to take you on a journey today. We have so many clips that we're going to get through, and it is going to be amazing as always. So if you are new here, hit the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. We are in November and 2 more months and it'll be 2026. Oh God, that's crazy. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. I really would appreciate it. And also hit the like button because it's right there by the subscribe button and it's super easy to do that as well. And also don't forget to leave a comment because comments are really good to leave. And quick question, what is your favorite movie from 2006? Leave a comment, let me know. But with all that aside, let's get into it.
This video is actually for the men. If you're a woman, you can totally keep on watching. Love you. But this is specifically for the men. I just have a little question for you guys. It's a simple question, really.
Before you ask me that question, because I am a man, so I have all the answers to any woman. Men usually have all the answers. Men have plenty of answers. Do women listen to the answers? No. Do women care about men's answers? No. So why do they ask men questions? Well, that's a very simple question that I can answer very easily, is because they usually use questions they ask men. They usually use these questions to either embarrass or to belittle or to demean men in some way. They're never genuine questions, obviously. And obviously she's not talking about me or you or anybody that's normal. She's talking about the men that she's matching with on Instagram or chatting up in the DMs. And these are the men that she is constantly going to be attracted to and that are constantly going to have their way with her. And she's going to allow them because she thinks that's the way that she can get these men to be in relationships with her. It never works, but it's not going to stop her from trying.
Are any of you ready for a relationship?
Damn, I called that one, didn't I? I didn't even pre-watch. I didn't even pre-watch this TikTok. Wow, I'm getting pretty good at this.
If you do not have money as a man, what is your worth? And I'm asking this as a genuine question. Women literally hold the portal to life between our legs, and whether we decide to use it or not, or have the ability to use it or not, it's still there.
Lady, the only thing you have between your legs is a lot of residue from hundreds of men that have given you their release. Their release. The only thing between your legs is something that no man wants to see or smell or be in contact with because they might come with a disease or two. And here's my opinion is that if a woman doesn't have her own natural lips and can't go a day without getting some sort of foreign sludge pumped into her body, then she's not a real woman. Women that do this type of stuff, you know, they got the lips and, you know, you can tell there's some Botox up here and she dyed her hair and she's got, I mean, these look kind of fake, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, if you're a woman and you have to get surgical procedures, I think you've already lost the plot.
That's why women will always be worth what we are. But as a man, if you cannot protect your family, provide for your family, give abundance to your family of wealth and happiness, what are you worth?
What do you care? You're not going to have a family, so it really doesn't matter. You think you're going to have a family? Lady, look, you're done. Nobody cares. No man is coming to save you. You're not going to. You know what? I'm feeling generous today, fellas. Let's hop into the comments and let's see. Perfect. Yeah. The comments are basically what I would expect. All these men are based as hell. And here's my thought behind this is that if a guy has money, let's say a guy has money and he's ready to start a family and he's ready to do the family thing, why would he choose you? Why would he choose someone like you? Someone that gets injections, someone that posts online, someone that isn't happy. Obviously, you're not happy with your appearance. You're doing all this stuff to make yourself, a lot of women say they do it for themselves, but I think they do it for other men. That's just my opinion. So why would a man want to get involved with someone like you? If anything, he's going to get involved with someone the opposite of you. Someone who isn't insecure about how she looks. Someone who isn't posting online every day. Someone who doesn't need cosmetic surgeries. It's just, it doesn't make sense.
Going to a haunted mansion on Halloween? Not scary. Skydiving? Not scary. Scuba diving with sharks? Again, not scary.
Opening up a TikTok and getting this woman's face blasted on your iPhone at 3 in the morning? Scary as hell. Trust me, fellas. This one spooked me. Okay, she's got the eyes of a demon. The hairs of a... Okay, I'm not going to make that joke, but you know what I mean. Those are some dead eyes, fellas. She has seen the wrong side of too many shafts, and it's not looking good for her.
You know what is terrifying? Being single and out in the dating scene in 2025. Oh, good Lord! I can't think of anything more terrifying than that.
You don't have to think, and you don't have to go far. Just look in a mirror, and you will be scared shitless, I promise you.
Loneliness epidemic? No. I see an epidemic of narcissistic women who discard their men because one day they wake up and they're bored, like out of nowhere. They have this whole life with their man. And then out of nowhere, they're like, I'm bored.
They're not bored, lady. I mean, obviously what you're saying is true, but they're not bored. Don't you understand? They lost the spark. They're like an old spark plug, and they got to replace the spark plug, dude. They just lost the spark. They just got to go find the spark from somewhere else. That's how marriages work now. You didn't know that?
They think that the grass is so much greener, and they want to go out with their girlfriends. Because trust me, when you go out, I'm going to tell you about this green grass. When you go out with a group of girls, all you see are other groups of women. You don't see men. It's not fucking 2010 where you go out and you dress up nice and men are hitting on you left and right. Everybody's broke, bro. And the people who aren't broke, they're not spending their money on dumbass women who walk around like floozies with...
Based. This woman's based. I think I've had a video or two on my channel a while back. I haven't really checked in on her, but she came across my feed, and you know what? I kind of agree with what she's saying. There is a lot of narcissism happening in the world, and I don't necessarily blame it all on women. I blame it on simps. Simps are giving these women way too much attention. They need to cut it out, okay? These simps need to stop. Are they going to stop? No. That pisses me off. But there's nothing I can do about that. You can't make a simp change his mind. He has to change it himself, unfortunately. Thankfully for me, I've never been a simp, and I will never be a simp, but simps are out there and they are desperate for any sort of female attention, and these women, they lap it up like a dog at a water bowl, and then other men are looking around, and these are the men that have to deal with these narcissistic women. The simps aren't dealing with them. The simps are in their mom's basement at home.
If you're mean to a man and that man chooses to be with you, that man is for life, okay? So bully your man.
I wouldn't recommend that. A lot of men, you're just going to push them away. You know, maybe there might be that one guy that is into that sort of stuff. Honestly, I never really liked that stuff. I was dating a woman for a little while, and she kind of started off doing that, and I had to nip that shit in the bud real quick. She didn't really like that because I think she was used to being mean to men. And I told her, I was like, hey, look, that's not going to do it for me. Either treat me nice or, you know, you can get the hell away from me. And, well, she's not around anymore, so... That was an easy one.
Can we please explain to me why it is so difficult to find a decent person in this world these days? Like, I'm sorry, but the dating world? Oh my God. I don't know.
Raw. Let's continue.
What we're doing, but it's a bit off. It is literally like unleashing Pandora's box. You just don't know what you're gonna get, what you're gonna find. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm different. Who knows? If anybody else relates, please let me know.
I want to point something out here. This right here, I like this right here. You see this? You see what's going on here? You see how all this is happening right here? You see this? You see how the lips are natural and the nose is natural, and everything just kind of looks okay and there's no injections and there's no work done. Can we normalize this? Because this woman right here, let me go back to my scene here. This woman right here will be 20 million times more attractive than any woman that has piercings, injections, fillers, nips, tucks, Botox, all this stuff that women get to make themselves feel better, but not realizing that doing that is just pushing men away and disgusting to men in a lot of cases. Now, I can answer her question about her trying to date. She probably waited too long. I don't know how old she is. Let me look in the comments and see what's going on here. Yeah, they're useless. So let's just assume she's in her 30s. I don't know what she did in her 20s, but I cannot imagine her having a hard time finding a quality man in her 20s. I'm sure it would be super easy for her to have done that, but she probably played around too much and got railed too much and got passed around too much, and now she's on the dating apps and trying to find what's left out there, which, hey, more power to you. I don't know why women think that they want to get divorced and break up and try to dating again. It's not good. It's hell. Go to church, drink more coffee, go to the gym more. I don't know, but dating apps just isn't it. It never will be.
The problem with us speaking up is that those men that have been getting away with mistreatment, lack of effort, breadcrumbs, abuse, infidelity, they're upset because they're being exposed.
This is one of those instances where the lady just got back from the Botox clinic. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is not, she does not have a wrinkle on her face anywhere. She looks like an alien. You ever seen that movie Paul with the alien? She looks like Paul. She looks like Paul's sister. It's actually a funny movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Paul. It's about an alien and about these two guys who are riding around with the alien in the RV. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a while since I've seen it. I just know that it was really funny.
Well, that's too bad. So ladies, keep speaking up. Keep sharing your stories, because those men deserve to be exposed. The reality needs to be shared, because the behavior is not acceptable.
I think men need to stop exposing themselves. I was reading a story about a guy in a gym, and he was pretending to be a woman, and he was exposing himself to all these. I don't know. I just think men exposing themselves to women is just really bad, especially when you're in a girls' gym locker room. It's just weird.
Men rated the comments in my last video, saying things like, oh, women just expect men to have money, and women don't want love anymore, they just want money. This is why there's a male loneliness epidemic, because men are no longer willing or able to provide for women, and they don't see the value of being a provider in a relationship. This is why women don't want them anymore.
Okay, well, let me just correct some of the facts. Women actually do want all men. I mean, that's just a lie. There's plenty of women that want plenty of men out there. They're just not able to get the men they want. See, that's the difference. Let's say you want a chocolate pie. These women all want chocolate pies, but the only pies they're able to get are cow pies. You understand what I'm saying? Because they aren't worth the chocolate pies, and they won't settle for just a cherry pie or an apple pie. If they can't have the chocolate pie, then they'd rather just play with, you know what, that analogy's shit. But you guys know what I'm saying. Men do not see the point in financially supporting a woman that will not do anything for the man. These women don't cook anymore. These women don't clean anymore. These women aren't faithful anymore. These women aren't traditional anymore. So why would a man put forth his traditional side to a woman who isn't going to put forth her traditional side? You understand what I'm saying? So I don't blame these men for not wanting to financially support these modern women. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of effort. Save your money. Save your time. Invest in the stock market, blow the money on horse races, do anything else with the money besides give it to a woman. Giving money to a woman is like throwing money in a dumpster.
I explained that to a woman. A man demonstrating that he can add value to her life by providing for her in some way is romance. And there is no romance to women apart from providership in some way. And then I also said that to men, what is romantic is really just staying together through the thick and the thin, through struggle, that she stays with him, that she's the ride or die.
And women don't do that anymore. Women do not do that anymore because, like we've seen in so many videos on my channel, there's plenty of channels out there that highlight these types of videos where women say, oh, well, if he's not making money, then I'm gonna break up with him. Or, you know, my husband just lost his job. He's been out of work for 2 weeks. I can't live like this. I'm divorcing him. You know, these are videos that women are making, and men are seeing these videos. What is the incentive for men to interact with these women at all? You know, men, hey, look, if you have any comment on this, throw it down below, because me personally, I do not see anything worth having when it comes to these types of women. You know, women say they want a guy that makes money, and they want, okay, sure, but what men are saying is that men just want a decent woman. They just want a woman that isn't going to complain all the time. They just want a woman that isn't going to leverage bedroom activities against him. They just want a woman that, you know, he can start a family with and know that she's not going to divorce him and leverage the kids against him. You know, there's so many negatives when getting involved with women now that a lot of men just don't care. And yes, marriages are at a steep decline, but men have to ask for marriage. Women aren't going up to men and asking them for marriage. That's not what's going to happen. You know, these women are lonelier than ever. They're sadder than ever. They're more liberal than ever. And men just stop caring.
The men who got angry actually proved my point, because they said, well, women just want XYZ and they don't value loyalty anymore, and they're all cheaters. Right, so this is why men are so lonely today, because they are, I believe, no longer able, in most cases, because of where the economy is, they're no longer able to provide for women. So they get resentful that women still want to be provided for. That has not changed. It isn't.
Let me just break this down, because when women say that they want to be provided for, it's not that they want to be provided for. They want a lot more than that. You know, a lot of times a woman will date a man, and before the man even sees her, she's texting a dude to pay for her hair. Or, hey, you know, I'm at the nail salon. Can you send me $200? Or, hey, you know, I'm about to go eat lunch. Can you send me $100? This isn't taking care of a woman. This is a woman finessing a man. This is a woman taking advantage of the man. It's different if you are married to this woman. If you are happily married to your wife and you are spending money on her and she is, you know, reciprocal in the marriage and stuff, that is different. But these women aren't reciprocal. They aren't anything. They are burdens. They are liability. Just like this comment said, he said, why don't women realize that men no longer want the liability of a woman? And that's completely true. Women are a liability now. They're just an expense. They're a burden. A lot of men look at women and say, yeah, you know, the kitty's okay, but is it really worth the money that she is siphoning away from me? And a lot of men are saying absolutely not. Protect your money, protect your assets, protect your mental health, protect your future. A lot of these women do not promise a future with you. They do not provide anything that is worth protecting for the future. And a lot of times they even marry you just so they can later on divorce you and take half your shit. That's the whole reason why women get married now. It has nothing to do with love. It has nothing to do with commitment. They are only marrying you so they can get their quote unquote first marriage out of the way. Their practice marriage is what these women are calling it, which disgusts me. They're in their 20s, and then by the time they get 30, they're mad because they weren't able to get their practice marriage, their first marriage out of the way. So now they have to settle with no, fuck you, fuck what you want, go call a bear. But anyway, fellas, that's gonna be it for me today. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave that comment, subscribe if you are new, hit the like button as well. I really would appreciate it. And until next time, Rat Boy out.
Yeah.